Hey, y'all. This your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman back at you today with some hot off the press news live from Fox News about your boy. They all up in Diddy business. The Homeland Security is at Diddy house right now. Diddy mansion is getting raided. I think it's the one in California. I'm going to play the news clipping and let's watch it together. It's going down.
All right, welcome back in here to Live Now from Fox. And of course, we want to take you out to a image or a story we're following. And of course, we're trying to gather more and more information about it here on Live Now from Fox as Diddy's home in Los Angeles has been raided by Homeland Security. Of course, we're learning more information. I do want to take you back out here before we get out to our Fox 11 team in their coverage, because some of this video is very dramatic and we don't know a ton of information right now about this here on Live Now from Fox. Of course, breaking news of this, as you can see, potentially law enforcement officials and other.
Damn, they out there with the rifles, y'all. They not playing. Diddy, why you do this to yourself, bro? They said it's a lot of people got arrested. Oh my.
Other officials just outside of a gate, this on a street near the Beverly Hills area. Of course, we're following it very closely on Live Now from Fox. And of course, we were watching this. We didn't know exactly what we were seeing at the time. So this is just a little bit ago as you can see a crowbar to get through this gate initially as well. The long guns and a multitude of people. As you'll see, they'll zoom out a little bit just to.
Hold up. I didn't know it was this bad. It's my first time watching it with you guys. Cat Williams was not playing. They going into Sean Puffy Combs' house with rifles. They just broke in a mansion of a billionaire house, raiding it like he in the ghetto at a crack house. Diddy. Oh my. Jay-Z and Beyonce next.
See the amount of force they are using to get inside this home. And of course, the complex in which this home sits is a very expansive one for the American rapper and producer. You can see them checking inside of a vehicle. We don't know exactly what is involved, if Diddy's even there. We don't know a ton of information about this at all, but this was dramatic video coming in of the Los Angeles home there, raided by Homeland Security. Some of those images there on the backs of them. We also saw other images. I want to kind of quickly move to what else we saw as people were led away, potentially in custody. Don't know who these individuals are, if they're related to Diddy in any way, but you can see them, a dramatic video from our Sky Fox team there in Los.
This is embarrassing. I am lost in words, y'all. I gotta keep stopping it, talking about the video, because that's what YouTube require. But damn, who was that getting arrested? Where the kids at? Them poor kids, they done lost their mother, now their father, get mad all over national news, getting raided. What are they looking for? I know damn well Diddy is not this slow, y'all, where he kept something in his house. He been knowing they was on his trail for over a year. I know damn well he don't have nothing in that house.
Los Angeles as we continue to cover this. And our Fox 11 team is there on the ground right now as we speak. Let's take you out to some of their coverage here as we follow this developing story out of Los Angeles.
And then detain those 3 people inside. We haven't seen any signs of P. Diddy himself. Again, we're hearing that he is possibly in New York, but several people inside the home that will surely be questioned. Very chaotic scene when all of this happened. Lots of neighbors wondering what's going on, of course, and we'll keep you updated. But it's definitely going to be quite a scene here for the remainder of the day.
To even hear the police say there's no spot of P. Diddy, it seemed like a movie. This just don't seem real. Oh my God, this is real. It's going down. I didn't think they was going to come at him. Oh my God, this is real. I really thought that he was covered, like the mob, because he been doing so much. Diddy is about to go to prison, y'all. Where is Diddy? I bet he in New York somewhere hiding. I would not be surprised if this man don't delete himself. Man, they finna get Diddy big time. I told y'all R. Kelly in there like Cleon. R. Kelly in there like this. Now what you want to know? Diddy house? Yeah, it's a back door. Yeah, that's where all the freak offs go off. He right now, Cleon on Dead Presidents. That's R. Kelly. R. Kelly in there telling everything. R. Kelly finna come home, y'all. R. Kelly know all this stuff. Y'all ain't gonna give me no commissary? Oh, it's going down. R. Kelly ain't playing.
When you see this number of law enforcement agencies coming together, making this type of raid to such a big, high-profile mansion like this, in a neighborhood like this as well, this is very thought out, methodical, planned out for days. So they base this on a number of information gathering that they've received and evidence or what they're looking for. So clearly, this is not something they do lightly. They really go through the process of making sure that everything is ready before they conduct a raid like this. So yes, this took a lot of planning for all these multiple agencies to come together to actually now conduct a type of raid like this, as you're seeing right now with this street also shut down for the time being, because Haley, you could see the perimeter has been set up in that neighborhood to keep just the public back from the work that's being done. And there you have the shot from Skyfox. Again, these heavily armed vehicles right next to all those luxury cars. You already see a Porsche, a G-Wagon. So
y'all know what I feel like right now? I feel like Set It Off. When Queen Latifah was in that car and it was the helicopters and her and Jada them, and I'm like, ain't no getting away from that. They have Homeland Security all up in his house. They got the whole block blocked off. They've been watching him for days for this raid. It's over for him. The only way you coming up in somebody's house if you have some kind of evidence to do so. What the hell did he? You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if T.D. Jakes is next. Jay-Z, Usher. I think they finna get all of them. Cat Williams is a messenger. Y'all thought he was playing? Oh my goodness.
So many luxury cars right there on that property. So it is a very differing juxtaposition there of what you're seeing. But look at this mansion here in Homeland Hills where the raid is taking place. Again, we don't know what exactly they're looking for, who they're looking for. But again, this could possibly be linked to a sex trafficking investigation involving rapper Sean Combs, the music executive. But as you heard from Haley right there, she believes, and she's been hearing, that we do not think that Sean Combs is on that property at home right now. He may be in New York as this raid is being conducted. But we do know from our reporting that over the course of the year already, just as early as March this year, there have been several lawsuits filed against Sean Combs. So clearly this could be part of it. We are not sure at this point. But again, Stu, if you could hear me, what are you seeing right now in terms of your point of view?
I am lost of words for real, y'all. I never thought this day would come. What if Diddy really killed, I ain't gonna say that word. What if he deleted Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston and Kim Porter and my twin Tupac? What if they really find out he did that? This is, but you know what? The same way Homeland Security just came to Diddy house, they better go get them damn immigrants. You hear what I'm saying? They better go do the same thing in Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, and Miami. Go rush down on them immigrants to do the same thing. You see how they come to Americans and get ready to give Americans the business? But they let everybody else over here all willy-nilly and do what they want to do. And I'm going to address the person that wrote me a minute ago about my video. She said she's an immigrant and so is her people. And they just came to America for a better way of living. And I said, I don't want to hear that. People in America right now ain't even got a better way of living. What make you think you can come over here and get a better way of living and take from the people that's already here? How dare you? And they want you to feel sorry for them when nobody feeling sorry for the people down the street in a tent. Well, they can't even be in a tent. They let immigrants be in the tent, but the people on the street can't be in the tent. They better do the same thing to them immigrants that they doing to Diddy right now. This shit is crazy, man.
Well, again, we saw some of those officers right there at that one of the back houses. They did bring a ladder in. They actually went out and brought that ladder into that property. You see it right there, and then they brought another ladder. So there's probably something inside this building right here that they are very curious about, or they were, like you said, it was very well planned. They knew they were going to need that ladder to make access. So there is something inside this piece of property in the back, as one of the back houses, that they have been very interested in getting at. We haven't seen them bring anything out. At one point, I can say, and when I keep saying that we didn't see them bring anything out, we did see them bring out what looked like a big plastic bin, but I don't know if that was something that they had brought in with them as far as possible tools that they needed. But that was the only thing that seemed to be out of the ordinary, and that did come out of that back house that we just showed you. This is that front area that you were just talking about moments ago. We watched as those Bearcats made their way up Mapleton to actually do this raid, and then we watched as officers were getting through one of the pedestrian gates over here on this side of the property. Once they had breached that, well, then they opened those gates up right there.
They got helicopters, y'all. Don't y'all hear the helicopters? They not playing with Diddy. Y'all better get my likes up. I'm bringing y'all some hot topics right now. Call me Wendy. Everybody doing it though. Y'all better get these likes up, show your girl some love, and share this video. They got our boy, man. I know it ain't our boy, but he used to be our boy. Sean John. They got Sean John, man. If you got any Sean John in your closet, throw it away. What the hell is... They have the helicopters flying over Diddy house. Now the back house, do y'all remember when Jaguar said that Will Smith, Steve Harvey, Puffy Combs, they got the back house where they had a freak off set, and that's where they had the little boys. They went to the back house with a ladder. Somebody done told them that it's something in that back house. I bet they find booty juice, creams, and Vaseline. They go find everything back there. Ew, probably smell like chitlin juice up in there.
And those armored vehicles rolled in. They were very quick in whatever they needed to do to seize that home. That garage door went up very quickly, and it doesn't seem to be actually a garage inside there. We've been trying to peek in with the camera every now and then. It looks like there's a large table inside there, so that might have been an office area or some sort of staging area, and that's where we believe that most of the people that we see in custody came from. At least that's where we watched them exit this building with the officers early on when this raid was just starting. As it stands right now, you've got plenty of these armored law enforcement still walking the property. You see them walking in pairs. A lot less of those weapons out, so they are less on the defensive as it would be. And you can see them just kind of making their way through that property. But I can tell you, every home that's on here, meaning there's 3 major homes. This one right here, there's a couple of officers still inside there. We know at least one officer is still inside here. So they're still standing guard. So that whatever it is that they're doing, this isn't over by any means, and I think this is probably just getting underway. They just want to make sure that all these buildings are secure, and if there is any...
How many buildings to this house? You know what? It's sad how people can destroy their blessings. Look what God did for him. Look at the blessings. Oh, the devil could have did it too. But look what he was blessed with. It's people outside don't have nothing. Diddy was blessed with this, and he just threw it all away. This man is a billionaire. How embarrassing, all the people around him watching people in his house with rifles. This is embarrassing as hell for the culture. Embarrassing.
anybody on this property, that they are in custody before they actually start whatever it is that they're looking for. But again, as you mentioned, very well planned, very quickly executed, and of course a number of officers out here. I couldn't even venture to say how many of these armored officers that are on the property. You can see them right there, and this is just a small group. That was also one of the things. As soon as they made their way into that pedestrian gate, the first thing they did was open up all those doors on that Range Rover, and then made their way into this portion of the home. And that's that garage that we've been talking about. That garage door went up very quickly, and of all the...
I said Homeland Security. Rena. I said it's Homeland Security. I probably said the feds too, because they probably out there, everybody out there. The local police, the helicopters, people, mama and cousins. Somebody said they would be on top of their house fixing the shingles to be nosy. That would be me. This is crazy. Somebody said, where's the kid? The kid's been gone. The kid's been gone, Betty. Is that better? Beta? The kid's been gone. Kamor Simmons has the girls, but I heard they kept running away. Rena said the house is massive. He a billionaire. It should be bigger than that. I ain't surprised. He got them everywhere. You just tell him where Diddy might be out the country by now. Cassie gave it all up. Yeah, Cassie telling everything. The kids in custody? All they got is kids. They said the kids are in custody. Oh, man. They got his kids? Oh, I don't think he gonna leave the country if they got his kids. Let me see what somebody's saying. Oh, yeah, Tupac, my birthday twin, June 16th. That's why I called him my twin. Hey, Eric, say he trying to raid my heart. Well, raid, share this video and show me some love. Make sure you push that like button, Eric. Thank you. Let's get back to it. Oh, my goodness. They got the kids.
The people that we've seen come out of the building, that's where they all came from. They walked them out, put them in this little corner right here, and that's where they've been questioning them ever since.
Another ladder, as you were mentioning, a couple of ladders on site as part of this raid. I don't know what they're looking for or where they're trying to reach, but yeah, we did see somebody carrying a ladder, the second one on the property right now. It does seem like there are 3 different buildings on this property, the main mansion, and then 2 guest houses, for lack of better knowledge in terms of what they are.
Y'all see the one standing there with handcuffs? He already telling. That's that first 48 look. When you do this, that's first 48. He finna tell.
Exactly used for, but yes, 2 smaller type houses on the lot as well. And of course the pool right there in the middle with the grass lawn. So clearly, yeah, this is going to take time, and that is why probably there are so many personnel on site to go through everything and do the search that they are conducting. We, again, don't know a lot of information in terms of what evidence they're trying to collect, who they're looking for, or why they made the raid to begin with. But again, this could possibly be involving the sex trafficking investigation. And again, when we get more details, of course, we'll bring it to you, but this is going to be a while. You see the Department of Homeland Security officers right there in that Bearcat. You know, this could be phase 2 of what to do now, what they're searching for, and making sure they have all their information they need when they conduct a raid like this and go through the process of going through that property. It is a big mansion indeed, owned by Bad Boy Films and one of Sean Combs's children. So again, this happening just about 20 minutes ago at this point. We do have video from earlier, if we could show you that, and we have been showing some of that to you in a bigger box. As a juxtaposed to the live pictures you're seeing right now. But when they made entry, it was very methodical, and they did have many different law enforcement officials here as a unified operation, and a lot of them making sure that those entry points are secure and they're able to make entry all together with very, very little use of force. So clearly it is a process whenever you conduct a raid like.
I bet everybody in Hollywood is shook. You know they scared. Diddy know everything in Hollywood, y'all. He the Nino Brown of hip hop. He know who doing what to who. They scared. Somebody asked me what did Jay-Z do. You know what Jay-Z did? Everything Diddy did. That's his partner in crime. Why you think R. Kelly know everything about all of them? Because Jay-Z was running around with Foxy Brown when she was like 13. Jay-Z ain't he like 10 years older than Foxy? He way older than Foxy Brown. She was a kid and she said she was having sex with Jay-Z. So y'all thought R. Kelly was the only one? Y'all thought R. Kelly was the only one who have an appetite for young things? Pretty young thing. Really? Really? What is it? It is March the 25th. We only 3 months into the year and Diddy go. Just imagine who next. A whole lot of stuff would happen. Cassie has Kim Porter information allegedly. She have the video. She have the old phone. She have her diary. She done stole everything from Diddy. Why you think Diddy paid Cassie $30 million in 24 hours? Because of this? Because of this? She knew it's going down.
Like this. So again, we do have Haley Winslow on the ground as well. She is pushed back to a certain perimeter though, so they're very differing vantage points that we can see. But if we do look at the ground shot there, you see law enforcement on the ground there as well. Haley, anything changing where you're at right now?
Just a lot more people showing up on scene. It's been pretty hectic out here. Yeah, this all unfolded about 25 minutes ago, and I apologize that you couldn't hear me clearly earlier. It's very loud, especially we've got, of course, Sky Fox showing you all of this from overhead. But basically, it all started about 25 minutes ago. 30 or so law enforcement vehicles that were from the Department of Homeland Security, LASD, of course, LAPD assisting in this as well. And they pulled up to this home that's registered to Beverly Hills, part of Bad Boy Entertainment.
Where they got his kids and they got his house.
Companies.
I wonder if he'll turn himself in.
The home's also registered to one of his daughters, so they basically all got out of the 3 Bearcats. They went in. They were obviously armed. They pulled a few people out, as Stu was telling you up in Sky Fox. But we're hearing that P. Diddy may not even be here. We, of course, haven't seen him. We understand he may have flown on a private jet to New York, which I'm sure kind of threw off their plan, although this was very strategically organized. So I would assume by now, whether he is in New York or not, that he is likely in custody if he is involved in this. But again, we are hearing that this is involving P. Diddy and sex trafficking charges. To what extent or with what
Did y'all hear that? Trafficking charges. That's why they in the house. Trafficking. He is done. His bodyguard, I don't know if y'all watched my video about Michael Jackson. I'm going to explain real quick. His bodyguard, Mr. Muhammad, was Michael Jackson's bodyguard. This man was only 21 years old, straight out of college, and was the head of Michael Jackson's security. He supposed to be in cahoots with the doctor, and they injected Michael with too much medication, and the children witnessed it. That's why they trying to sue and say that they deleted their dad. Well, after all that happened, the doctor was supposed to get 4 years. He got 2. He got out, and he's practicing medicine still. You know what happened to the Mr. Muhammad? Mr. Muhammad worked for Diddy. He's at Diddy house as head security. Mr. Muhammad is a dangerous man. He know how to make phone calls and make paperwork disappear. They have Diddy recorded saying, if you ever in any trouble, like pow-pows or something happened, call my boy Muhammad. Miami, he got Miami and LA on lock. They just said Diddy most likely left on a private plane just before this happened. You know what that means? That means somebody picked up the phone, called Diddy and said, they on their way, get your butt up out of there. He jumped on a plane and left. How he know they was about to do this? Somebody on the inside, Mr. Muhammad, he got pulled. Oh my! I hope they lock his ass up too, because let me find out he did something to Michael.
Details we don't yet know, but of course we will be on top of this all day. It's been it was pretty hectic when we all rolled in. We were kind of right behind the line of law enforcement vehicles as this was all unfolding, and we're since obviously behind this crime scene tape here in Homeland Hills. This is off Mapleton Drive here in the 200 block, where they are in front of this home that involves P. Diddy, and we'll of course bring you the very latest as soon as we get it. It's a very active scene. You can see the officers actually right now. This is law enforcement officers from the Department of Homeland Security coming out right now. They're actually walking down the street in uniform. If you see them right now, Sandra. Marching down the road.
Yes, from your vantage point, do you see them holding anything? Are they taking out any information? I can't really tell from where I am.
Just a drone.
Tony, can you see?
Just brought out their law enforcement drone. They look like they're putting that away now.
Yeah. Okay. They have
Tony Mutita, our photographer. He's zoomed in a little bit better, so he's got a little bit better view. But yeah, it looks like it's their drone.
Okay, and we are hearing from TMZ at this point that P. Diddy, Sean Combs' home in Miami is being raided as well. Again, TMZ reporting that his home in Miami.
They raiding his home in Miami right now too. Hell, whatever Little Rod had, cause they didn't come after him like that with Cassie. Little Rod had 27 pages that he turned into the police about Diddy. Whatever Little Rod had, and you know he used to be the cameraman, and he lived in Diddy house for over a year. That Negro got him. Little Rod broke it down. Yeah, he didn't bust this wide open. They had Diddy house in Miami too? Man.
Miami is reportedly being raided right now as well. So clearly a link in all of this, but as far as more information in terms of what they're looking for, why this raid is being conducted, still more questions than answers at this point. We're looking for answers and more clarity. So we're hoping to get more of that as this raid continues, but they will be there for some time. And Stu, any more movement you're seeing from up there in Skyfox?
Nope, just these the guys on the ground down there, the heavily armed officers that made their way inside. They actually are kind of just milling about or holding the perimeter, as it would be. The non-essential, you can see them making their way back over to these armored vehicles, probably doing a little debrief about what they saw. In any type of these situations, it really is, you know, you've got these armored officers that go in first, but I would venture to say the investigators or the people that know what they're looking for probably still out there on the streets, and they're waiting for that all clear to make sure that there is absolutely nobody on this property. And again, this is just a precaution. They don't want to have any kind of issues. Maybe somebody's hiding still, maybe just scared. And they, you know,
AJ, they them was rumors that's why I said I don't believe nothing until I see it on TMZ on national news. When people were saying Diddy house got raided, it hadn't got raided yet. So it's raided now. We watching it together. So ain't no rumor no more. They up in there. And they said they arrested Justin and King. Who is King? They arrested his sons. Now Justin is the one that supposed to have been involved with the pow at the studio with his daddy. That's attempted murder. That's crazy. Let me see. And somebody else said, hold on. Please remember to pray for the children. Been over all this shit. Now, we ain't been over all nothing. This is new. But you know what? What's his name? Cleve Davis. What's his name? The one that Whitney Houston was under. That's Diddy power bottom. And he know a lot of stuff. They finna get him next. He up in there too. He one of the main ones because he was organizing this shit. To me, he the mastermind. I know T.D. Jakes over there shaking in his boots. Oh my goodness. Could you imagine everybody that's going to be involved? Even Jamie Foxx, I heard, is involved in this mess. Christian, that's his other son. That's King. Oh, his two older sons. Them Kim sons. No, Justin is not Kim's son. Christian is Kim's son. Justin is Misha's son. The light-skinned one. I think, right? I know he have two biological sons, and one is his stepson. One is Al B. Sure's son. Okay. Let me see. The Fed's coming. It's Homeland Security. Now, what's the difference, y'all? Who know this? What's the difference with Homeland Security and the Feds? Yeah, Jay-Z next. Which one is Misa's son? Okay, Justin is Al B. Sure's son. No, I don't think Justin is Al B. Sure's son. Well, which one is Christian? That is Kim's son. I'm confused. Shit, I don't know. R. Kelly got comfortable. R. Kelly gotten real comfortable. Already seeing the worst it's gonna get. R. Kelly glad he ain't out here. He really be in some shit. Hollywood, right? Yeah, Jay-Z on the clock. He next. Y'all remember on Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin? He next. He on deck. The upper room. That's crazy. No, Quincy. Yeah, Quincy is Al B. Sure's son. Justin is Misha's son. And Christian is Kim's son. So Quincy and Christian is Kim Porter's sons. Justin is Misha's son. That's how it go. And then they got the twins. Oh, Homeland deal with trafficking. Oh, damn, Diddy. They got to have some strong evidence for Homeland Security to come at you with helicopters. They got some shit on Diddy. He better get on that private plane and keep on moving. And y'all know Diddy telling. Oh, Jay-Z and Oprah. Yeah, I can't wait till they get Oprah. Oprah, Tyler Perry, even Whoopi Goldberg was over there at the island. I think they all going down. Man, we ain't finna have nobody in Hollywood. Hollywood, they about to be empty. Anybody need a job? It's going to be easy to get a job because all of them going to be gone. Let's listen to some more. Oh, somebody else said they don't think Diddy had nothing in the house. He ain't stupid because he knew this months ago. But people like Diddy, they think they're above the law. And since they didn't come at him and wasn't saying nothing, Diddy probably thought they weren't thinking about him. He thought he probably had so much power. Didn't I tell y'all how the feds work? Now, I know they ain't the feds, they Homeland Security, but didn't I tell y'all how they work? I said, y'all think they're not doing nothing. They watching. They probably got stuff on Diddy from way back in the 90s. I know the feds. I know the police, how they work. If they come in this hard for a warrant for trafficking, they got something on Diddy. Because they know they can't come at no billionaire half-ass. That's why I know they got something. You cannot half-ass with a billionaire. This is crazy. Let's check it out some more, y'all.
Doesn't have to be nefarious, and just because they don't know what's going on and they just don't want to have somebody pop out of a closet or a bathroom or any one of these rooms while they're doing that investigation, and then other problems can ensue. So that's basically why we're seeing that large presence. They keep walking through there, and like you mentioned, this is an extremely large home and probably with many rooms and little secret areas. So they want to make sure that everything is cleared before they allow those investigators in to start doing following that investigation, whatever it is that they're looking for. But you can see a number of those officers making their way back into that major, this is the big main house as it would be, making their way back inside. And I would venture to say that they're going to just go through every one of those rooms and make sure that there is nobody in there. I don't think they're those guys that we're seeing, guys and gals that we're seeing in those heavily armored gear and equipment, I don't think they're actually searching for any items that could connect.
Breaking news. They said they made Diddy plane land and he's in custody. You know, if they landed a plane, this man is done. They not doing all this for nothing. Oh, the news will be popping tonight. Oh my goodness. Where that part at? I want to see that part. When else gonna pop up? I want to see what they doing over in, where is it, Miami? I wonder, was he in New York? Probably, you know, when you get in trouble, you run to your mama. He probably over there hiding behind his mama. Somebody had to pick up where Epstein left off. Y'all think so? Jay next. He next. He on deck. Tupac warned us, didn't Tupac? Tupac been saying this before his demise. He knew what was going on. It wasn't even this bad when Pac was saying it. Damn. Who was charged? T.I. was charged for the same thing and no jail. I think it's worse. I don't think T.I. No. T.I. is worse, ain't bad like Diddy. Diddy, he have deletion of humans on his hand. He ain't just got trafficking. He did some horrible things to a lot of people. He was like a dictator. This Diddy was Hitler. Shit, he the Hollywood boogeyman. He Michael Myers of Hollywood, man. Diddy is crazy. Why he do this to himself? I'm just reading some of y'all comments right now. I'm going to finish it, but you know I got to keep interrupting the video for YouTube purposes. Justice for Tupac. Yes, yes. Michael and Tupac, I want to know who did something to them. Whitney and Prince. Somebody did something to them. They didn't just die. Come on, man. Cat Williams is the GOAT. This why, man, when you know something from God, look what Cat Williams did. He opened all the can. He told them it's coming. Cat Williams knew. He ain't got that IQ 163 for nothing. Cat Williams sitting back eating popcorn like they thought I was playing. Somebody said Diddy is the reason hip hop is not hitting like it used to. We ain't got no good music no more. There's good music out the door. We're about to witness the crucifixion of Diddy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's over for him. I didn't follow him much either, Susan. I didn't follow him much either. Somebody said they just saw that they are trying to OJ too. Oh, what's wrong?
Whatever the investigation is, I would venture to say that those are going to be the guys that you're seeing right there, and they're waiting for that all clear. And then this group that you see there, those are the ones that are actually going to go inside. They probably have, like you said, they probably have ideas what they're looking for, where they might be. So, but right now, it is still a waiting game to make sure that everybody is out of this building and that it is secure for the investigators to make their way in and actually start that search.
And we should mention, thank you, Stu, that if this is in fact involving a sex trafficking investigation, We do know that according to Diddy's attorneys and the rapper himself, he has denied any wrongdoing in any of all this. So there are two sides, of course, to this as this all plays out. But it is interesting that these raids happening at the same time. According to TMZ, a raid of his Miami home is happening right now, as well as now we're looking at the live pictures of what's going on in Homeland Hills at this mansion right here, all connected to Sean Combs. So again, until we find out further word as to what exactly they're searching for and why, we continue to look at the procedures taking place regarding this raid that's being conducted by Homeland Security. You have support from local law enforcement officials as well. We saw from the ground shots, you see multiple agencies there.
Can we get the likes up, please? Go ahead and push that button.
They have a number of resources on hand with a drone flying up top, as well as they had ladders taking a closer look at certain parts of the property. And so they are looking at every nook and cranny they need to in terms of why they're investigating this home and property. So clearly this is going to take a while. And as Haley mentioned, with her shot down on the ground right there, more people are coming to your area, Haley.
My cousin is the head of the LAPD detective unit. I need to call her. She probably out there. She ain't gonna tell me nothing though. I know she know what's going on. She probably know all the scoop. You know Tisha Tales had it first. Tisha was so excited she couldn't breathe. She's like, they got him. Tisha Tales on Diddy ass. I think Tisha Tales the reason the Homeland Security there. She probably somewhere out there. Tisha wasn't playing with Diddy. She was on Diddy butt for months. She had him. She wasn't letting go. She's like, oh, he gonna pay for this shit. Dang, this is crazy, y'all. A lot of, you know what? To be honest, I think this is the big squeeze, y'all. They want to squeeze Diddy because this is big. You know what Nino Brown said? Oh, this bigger than me. This bigger than Diddy. It's people up here. Diddy is just the gopher. He the one that's protecting and they send him out there. He G money. It's people over him that's Nino. It's people that, man, he working for the big people and they about to squeeze Diddy. They got his kids. They got the Trump card. You know what that mean, right? We got your kids, Diddy. Your kids going down if you don't get to talking. Diddy about to tell everything because they have his kids. They don't want Diddy. Diddy is just a peon. Diddy like, for example, for you guys that don't know, you know how people selling drugs, they got the street dealers, then they got the weight. The person that got the weight, then they got the big dude. They want where it's coming from. They want him. They don't want Diddy. They finna make Diddy a deal. We got the Trump card. We got your boys, Diddy. What's up? What you gonna do? Oh, man. He gotta talk. They got his kids.
Yeah, I would say it's mostly media at this point. We were the first ones here on scene, but yeah, since there's probably a dozen different media agencies. Yeah, it looks like his homes on both coasts are being raided. We still have not gotten word on exactly where P. Diddy is, if he is in fact in New York right now or in Los Angeles. And of course, yeah, we haven't seen him here in Homeland Hills. This is right off of Sunset and Beverly Glen. And it all unfolded, I'd say, about 30 minutes ago. They're at his home here. They're also at his home in Miami. Of course, it's a little bit calmer, I would say, than it was about 20 minutes ago when it all happened. The guns that were drawn earlier have been since put away. Looks like they just put away their drone. But, of course, doing a thorough job of checking the home for any kind of details that they can come up with related to these allegations against sex trafficking. As you said, Sandra, there's several lawsuits against him for these allegations, all of which he has denied. So we will have to wait and see. Of course, and everybody's interested in the details of what how he's connected to these latest allegations.
And from your vantage
we'll bring
point,
the very latest as soon as. I'm sorry?
Yeah, from your vantage point, Haley, does it look like some authorities are leaving the scene right now? They're done, or not? Is that not the case?
it looks like more are coming. I think what you're seeing is just the vehicles moving to a different location. We're kind of...
Somebody said that, where is it? Diddy gonna sing because they have his kids. Yeah, he said the kids don't have to say nothing, but they will talk. You know, them kids ain't never been into nothing like that. They'll tell all over their daddy. They go tell. Somebody else said, C said, no, they want Diddy. He's the big fish. Don't be fooled. He one of them. But see, Diddy the one that holds the ace card. Diddy know everything. That's why I said I would be shocked if they let Diddy get arrested. But see, they didn't came in so fast. They didn't have a chance to delete Diddy. They would kill Diddy, y'all. They would delete him. You know why? He know all they shit. I can't wait until they arrest Oprah on TV, because I heard that she had them girls from Africa over at that island. And they got to put her in a special cell for them feet. Don't nobody want to be her cellmate with them feet. But Oprah been doing wrong for a long time, y'all. Don't be fooled. Why you think she go against her own people? She a flunky for them. And Gail's so stupid. She doing interviews breaking down her own brothers. And they can't even get her a good wig. She getting her wig at the gas station. Y'all see them wigs? Her friend is a billionaire. How she wearing them old dusty wigs? Look like what my grandma used to wear to church. Between them feet and them wigs, they need life.
At the bottom of the hill. But if you go up a little bit farther, some of the vehicles that you saw down here earlier have since kind of gone to the other side of the hill. This is obviously a very prestigious neighborhood. I said earlier, Humphrey Bogart's former house, I think, is next door to P. Diddy's in the 200 block here of Mapleton and Holmby Hills off of Sunset near Beverly Glen. So the vehicles have basically just moved forward. You're seeing a lot more of those law enforcement officers from the Department of Homeland Security, though, back here on the street in Mapleton, since they've come out of the home after they've done their thorough investigating inside that beautiful home belonging to P. Diddy, to Sean Combs. So I don't think they have any intentions, Sandra, on going anywhere anytime soon. And overhead, you can see law enforcement helicopters and, of course, Stu up there in Skyfox.
Thank you so much, Haley, for that perspective on the ground right there in front of that Holmby Hills mansion. Stu, up in Skyfox, it looks like, yes, there are some more law enforcement, but in different attire. Should I say suits instead of body armor?
Definitely, and you know, and we all know how that works. The suits are going to be the investigators and probably the ones that are running the show. And again, I still think that they are just waiting for that green light for them to be allowed to make their way inside the property and to make their way to the areas that I would venture to say that they probably are pretty specific. I don't think they're just going in randomly. And again, this is just a guess. I don't think they're going in randomly, just going through, everybody's stuff inside there. They probably have an area that they know, or an office that they're going to be looking into, or some computers that they might want to physically get their hands on, and that's what they're waiting for right now to make their way inside this property. This, like you said, very beautiful home out there in the Homely Hill.
They said, they just confirmed, Patrick says confirmed, Tisha Tells stated that they have Diddy, and she know. Tisha Tell got a GPS on Diddy. She been on Diddy ass. She know everything Diddy do. Diddy couldn't even go to the bathroom without Tisha Tells knowing. I'm telling you, she knew his DNA. She knew what he did in 1969. She knew everything about Diddy. I'm telling you, she wasn't playing. Renee said, my queen Nina, just turning in. It was at appointment. Oh, you was at an appointment. Diddy flee the country? I heard he just got arrested. Diddy done pissed off the elites. Yeah, it's over now. Yeah, it's over. She said, I wonder what the celebrities are tweeting. Somebody go on Instagram and tell me what y'all find. I can't go on there right now. I bet they going crazy. They sitting there with their phone like, get rid of everything. Call Jay-Z. Where Beyonce? They going crazy. It's over for y'all asses. I'm glad though. Oh, devils. They said he won't go to prison. Where he going? They put Bill Cosby up in there. They're putting man. What they gonna do to Diddy? Sure. Bill Cosby was American Dad. They locked him up, and he didn't even know he had a penis no more. They told him he did something. He like, I did. He don't even remember having a penis. How you locking Bill Cosby up and he 135? You think they ain't gonna lock up Diddy? Hey.
Hills area, and they just waiting to get the all clear to allow them inside. While these officers that we see right there in the tactical gear, well, their job is to make sure that everything is safe for them to go in. Now they don't probably. And again, I just want to be clear. It's like nobody's thinking that there's booby traps or some kind of sniper inside the home. That's not what they're thinking at all. It's probably more along the lines of they want to make sure that everybody is outside of the home because they don't want to have somebody stepping out or coming out later on and, you know, surprising or catching people off guard. That's not what they want. And right now you can see Sandra, you've been saying there's a large number of people out here. I would venture to say, as far as the officers go, I would probably put this group closer to 100. Not just what we're seeing right here. This is just one group of many that have made their way out here to this Homeland Hills area. And as far as the suits that we were talking about, that's part of the group right there. But there's some other ones as well, younger ones that were basically leading the charge. And that's them right there, actually. They perfect timing. And it looks like they're making their way over towards the home. They might be the first ones to make their way in to start that investigation process or figure out where we're going to look, what we're looking for, and then later on the suits will make their way in as well. But this, like you said, is going to be.
People are saying they think Diddy will leave his children hanging, which I think. I don't really think he cared, really, because his daughter's been gone and he's still been doing stupid stuff. He's still been going to parties, having parties. Oh, poor little Kim Porter, man. I mean, her children involved with this nutcase. So you gotta be careful who you reproduce with, even if they got money. You know, she knew Diddy wasn't shit when she kept having babies by Diddy. And that's what I be saying when he was like, well, look what he did to Kim. Yeah, I don't think Kim knew all the dirt Diddy was doing. And she still was sleeping with him. Cassie knew she still was sleeping with him. Until they just finally got tired. But what about all the years when they were sleeping with him? Sleeping with the devil. Even Gene, the bodyguard, he said he knew stuff was going on. He was outside the door. Why in the hell y'all didn't stop this shit years ago? Why did it take 30 years? This shit is crazy. I think he might leave his kids, to be honest. Diddy is heartless. Diddy don't care. Thank you for the love, Karan. Thank you. Y'all want to bless the channel? Go ahead and send that super chat or cash app, $ Nina 121269. Show your girl some love. If you don't have nothing to give, that's okay. I would accept just your thumbs up. Come on now, before I start the video again, I need y'all all to make sure y'all push that thumbs up to show me some love, and make sure you share my videos. Make sure you subscribed and show your girl some love. They got Diddy. It's going down. You hear me?
Be a very long process out here, and this is just the very, very beginning. And the folks that they had taken into custody, they've moved them out of the area right now. And again, we say that they are arrested. We don't know that for a fact. They took them into custody. A few of them still had cuffs on. Some of them didn't. So maybe this was a division of, you know, these are people that we know work here. These are people that may be associated with Sean Combs, or Bad Boy Entertainment. So it's one of those type of situations. And until they know who they are, they're just going to keep them in custody and possibly just let them go later on. And I don't believe the word arrested has been used out here as of yet, but again, still very active situation. And of course, that is a huge house, and they've got a lot of rooms to clear before they allow those investigators in.
Yeah, we talk about the process of bringing this many law enforcement officials to the scene to have a raid like this and conduct a raid and make entry into a Homeland Hills mansion that's owned by a prominent celebrity and their business. So clearly, this is something that doesn't happen just overnight. Law enforcement officials do have to have their evidence ready. They have to make sure every T is crossed in order to make entry into a home like this for an investigation. So when we talk...
Y'all know who's celebrating in there doing a crip walk right now? This in there. Suge Knight ass. He in there doing a crip walk. He loving it. He like, oh, looky, Polar Tink Tink. You thought I was going to do time by myself? Because y'all know his big ass just fell all out in court. Just fell all out. Big tough Suge Knight fell out in court. He wearing big old thick glasses like he can't see. You can see. Stop playing. Sit your big goofy butt down. Man, growing up in the 80s and 90s, y'all, was so good. And it's like our legacy is deleted behind these clowns, man. They just deleted our legacy. I'm so glad New Edition ain't got nothing to do with it. They better not go to Ralph House. I don't know, Bobby. Hey, I hope they ain't had nothing to do with this clown shit. Oh, I'll be sure. He another one that got a lot to say. He said Kim Porter told him before her demise that she knew they were going to delete her. And he told her to hurry up and call the feds. And she was deleted before she had a chance to.
Talk about and see these kinds of raids happen or having them be conducted.
Oh, Justin Bieber
it kind
go
of
talk.
shows that they do have enough evidence that their investigation is to a certain point where they have made a search warrant and they've gotten all of the evidence they need to have a search warrant, that they have to establish that a crime was possibly committed and there's evidence of probable cause and a crime that has taken place. So all of these things, they have to meet a threshold before law enforcement can just come together like this and approach a property and make entry.
I agree
So
with you.
we're seeing that here at Homeland Hills and also in Miami, where they are searching Sean Combs's Miami home as well. So again, this doesn't just happen overnight. This is a process that they've been working on for quite some time to make sure that they have enough evidence to be able to conduct a raid like this, especially with so many law enforcement agencies involved, investigators involved, and you see just personnel involved on location right there. And you do see a number of people. This is going to be an active situation for quite some time. Again, we don't know what they're looking for. We don't know what the interest is right now. We can only presume that it is part of a sex trafficking investigation. Those are multiple lawsuits that Sean Combs have been facing this year alone, allegations that he denies. But clearly, this could be all part of the process here. But again, law enforcement does just not go in willy-nilly into a home and conduct a raid like this.
Somebody say TD Jakes next, the power bottom. TD Jakes was at the party throwing it back, y'all. He over there nervous. Him and Sharita, that's his wife's name. Diddy is heartless. Renee said Diddy is heartless. He doesn't give a damn about nothing. His G bisexual self is going to hell. Damn. Michael Bivens was with what? Oh, Michael Bivens. He really wasn't with. I'm finna take up for my boy now. Leave Michael alone. This what happened with Michael. MTV had this show. I guess they was picking like the band or whatever, Diddy, that little band show, and Michael Bivens was one of the judges, and old girl from MTV threw a fit. Her and Diddy had a confrontation. Michael said he was trying to intervene. She screamed and hollered and said Michael was hitting her. Who believed that? Why would Michael and Diddy jump her? Then all of a sudden it was dropped and they became cool again. Come on, man. You can't believe everything you hear. I don't believe Michael Bivens be socking no woman with Diddy. That don't even make sense. I really believe he was trying to break it up. He might accidentally hit her or grabbing her or something, grabbing Diddy. I don't know. But I don't believe Michael Bivens was actually hitting nobody. Have you ever been swallowed? Have you ever been swallowed? That is what TD Jakes gonna ask his roommate when he get in here. Hi, my name is TD. Have you ever been swallowed? I'm the booty power bottom bandit. He gonna say, Your Honor, I have one request, Your Honor. Can I be in the cell with Diddy? Cause Diddy my friend. I'm the power bottom. Booty Jakes. He said he probably a cold sweat. Oh my God. So where's Diddy? They said Diddy is in custody. In New York, they made him land his plane. They raided his house in Miami for the ones just joining. They have his children, his boys, 2 of his boys, Justin and Christian. Yep, they have Justin and Christian. Christian is the one that looked just like him. Justin is Misha's son. And the other one is I'll Be Sure's son. What is his name again? I got their names mixed up again. So what is the age of his youngest victim? Half these people grown now. You know, there's no statute of limitations, I guess. I think they just started. You had a deadline. So everybody hurried up and jumped on that deadline and told one of the girls, I think was 17 in Detroit. She's grown now. She's in her 30s. But she had proof that they took her to New York on a private plane and they did some stuff to her. So guess who going down? His whole crew. His whole crew going down. Diddy downfall between March and April. Salon. Oh, that psychic lady said that, didn't she? I'm scared of her. She be knowing too much. She knew about Kim Porter. She said Diddy was going to go down between March and April. The psychic lady. They said, I'll be sure. He said, I'll be sure probably at the front office of the police department. He probably on his 4th page making his statements. Damn, Al. I think I'll be sure, but I think he been bitter ever since Diddy took his wife. That, you know, he was married to Kim Porter. Oh, Jaguar, the one probably driving one of them Arbor trucks. I bet Jaguar driving that truck. Her and Tisha Tales. Jaguar and Tisha Tales is the head investigators. I promise you they are. What's her name? Salon, is it Salon Bella? Salon Bella, y'all look her up. She the one said Diddy would go down. She predicted this. This lady kind of scary, man. I need to ask her about some lottery questions. She on point. Can y'all push them like buttons? Come on now, get them likes up. What's up, baby? My new... What? 3 holler? I don't know what that means. Carolyn is laughing. Carolyn, girl, this is crazy, ain't it? Lakeisha, girl, hi. She said she don't think he give a damn about his kids. Who think Diddy go run off if he... Diddy caught, though. You know, if Diddy wasn't caught and he was, able to take off in that jet, I think he probably would have left the kids. They already wasn't around him. He ain't seen his kids. They haven't been in his house in months. But they said they made them land. What is going to do? Shoot a missile up there? I guess the jet, the one driving like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. They telling me to land, Diddy. You done lost your mind. I'm landing this damn plane. I'm about to jump out in the parachute. You about to drive this shit by yourself. The police on your ass. I ain't going down with you. So the person driving the plane was like, oh, no, we finna land this shit right now. I don't care if it's in somebody's backyard. You ain't tell me all this. You ain't paying me enough for this shit, Diddy. Hey, Miss Nina. Hey, Gloria. Gloria says she watching. It all going down. Hey, Tam. Miss Ivy. Skims. Hey, Lakeisha. Ann, how y'all doing? Candace Owens started to bring up Diddy. You know Candace Owens got fired, y'all. Yeah, Candace Owens got fired from the clear folks. They tired of her. You know that's what they do. That's what they did to Diddy right now. They use you up and they get rid of your ass. Now guess what Candace Owens doing? She doing Club Shay Shay. She doing the Breakfast Club. Miss Candace that didn't like us. Now she all on the black platforms doing interviews. You know Roland Martin was like, send her to me. He been waiting on Candace for years and she wouldn't go to Roland. Now she done got fired. All that talking. You know, I like Candace. Don't get me wrong. But Candace, you was doing too much. Okay, you forgot you was brown. You forgot. They gave you a reminder, didn't they, Candace? They fired Candace Owens. I don't even know why. I had to do some investigation, do a video about Candace. Candace, come on my platform. Help me blow it up. I'll let you talk. Come on over here. You can be my co-star. Because now I'm with you. We need Trump to get this damn immigration stuff under. But y'all know Trump had to tell today to come up with $400 and some thousand today. So Trump, they might be at his house too. Have y'all heard anything about Trump today? Did he pay the money? Because today was his deadline. And he pled guilty. He just said, fuck, F it. Trump didn't plead guilty. So I wonder what's going to happen. TD fakes. Nervous and crying. Oh, yeah, he over there nervous. I'm nervous. He over there like, huh? $400 million? Trump, did he pay it? Trump had to pay $400 million today. If Trump came up with $400 million a day, he a G. He should have just went on and got with Diddy. Like, listen, Diddy, you ain't gonna be here, man. Just go on and give me the money. And then I'll get you out when I get in. He could have gone and paid Trump bill, and Trump would have got him out next year. You know what I'm saying? Because Trump Trump opening the door to everybody. He don't give a damn. Anybody got arrested under Biden, Trump for to set them free. And I hope my nephew one of them. Oh, he got arrested under the Trump card, though. Ah, man. I'm reading y'all comments. This is out of control, man. April 15th lawsuit. What lawsuit is that? Laugh out loud. And they lowered to $175 million. They lowered Trump fine to $175 million. His bond was dropped to $145. Who? Y'all got me lost. Trump's? Is Trump in jail? Trump need to let me hold some. Heck yeah. Let me hold some, Trump. Trump, big baller, car Charlotte. He got people doing GoFundMe's, raising millions. They said they can still fight the case. They said nothing sticks. These are trifling, folks. You right about that? Trump now worth $6.2 billion on paper. Well, why he ain't paying the money then? What's her name? Shalette? Miss Reed? I ain't got my glasses on. I see Reed. She said, hello, Nina. I'm first time here. Been watching for a while now. I hope you have decided to subscribe, love. And welcome to the family. Welcome to Unbreakable Strong Woman. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And check out my video catalog. There's a whole bunch. I'm over 700. Enjoy yourself. Thank you for joining us today. And come back. Trump was extended 10 more days. See, he a boss. I just need 10 more days. You know what I'm saying? I got almost the money. Y'all want $400 million? Give me a few more days, okay? I got this. Shoot. Trump need to come clean up America. And I don't even, I ain't the one to be all into politics like that. I know a lot of people get mad. No, you ain't talking about. Man, I don't care. We need to do something. He owed $415 million. What? How? What did he do? He stole that money? Or the fines? What happened? I'm confused. I'll tell you, I don't be following stuff like that. Somebody said that we see Suge Knight tweet earlier. No, what did Suge say? Anybody on Instagram right now? Tell me what they saying on Instagram. He out of jail. Who? Y'all say half stuff. Tell me who. Don't say he. Say the name. He isn't in jail. He is in jail. Who is he? Diddy? They said Diddy. Diana said Diddy is in the book for Jeffrey Epstein, being one of the many of those who bring those girls. I know he is. And Jay-Z and Oprah. I know they are, man. I'm not shocked. I just hope Trump name ain't over there. You know, he big baller too now. You know Freaky Joe name in the book. Biden always over there messing with somebody. He be trying to touch his grandkids on TV. So I'm for sure he got a special bed over there on the island. Now they waiting on 50. Oh, 50 Cent documentary for the blow up. 50, call me. Let me do the documentary with you. Call me Diddy. 50. Angela says she voting for Trump. Look at this country since Biden had it, man. The rent sky high, the food sky high, the gas sky high. Immigrants then came over and took over. The shit just then went crazy. I don't know nothing he did positive. What have Biden did positive besides school loans? And I can't even vouch for that yet because I still got mine. I need somebody to tell me how to get rid of my school loan. Okay, y'all, let's go back to the video. Let's see what's going on.
Unless they get the necessary evidence they need to get that search warrant to acquire entry as well. So if we could take a look from Haley's point of view, it does seem like there are more individuals gearing up or maybe more investigators on the scene from the ground there, Haley.
Hey, Sandra, yes, we're actually trying to get an interview lined up, obviously live with the Department of Homeland Security. We had a lady come down here just a minute ago and give her card, so trying to contact her so we can, of course, get some official details from her because everything that we're getting is basically behind the scenes from our law enforcement sources here. So basically, we don't have anything new yet. We're still just waiting to kind of figure out exactly what happened. We know, of course, P. Diddy's homes on both coasts have been raided. You can see some more officers coming out of his property right now. Just trying to see if I could see the lady who we're hoping to get the interview with, and she's just messaging me back, so I've got to send her an email for the request first. So we're working on that to get you some more details. But yeah, it's still very active on scene. Just more and more vehicles showing up. This is largely, most of the law enforcement officers here, Sandra, are, of course, the Department of Homeland Security, and then we also have LASD and LAPD here as well. So as soon as I can get anything official on camera, we'll come back and let you know.
Definitely. I know what it's like on the ground right there. You're dealing with a lot of officials, trying to get some answers, trying to talk to people, and of course, it is very difficult to do two things at once, so we will let you get to work right there on the ground. Let's go up to Stu again. As I was mentioning the procedure of this, and you've covered so many of these types of stories, you've been overhead when these raids have happened. This isn't a process that just happens overnight. Clearly, they are looking for something, they have enough evidence, and they were able to get a search warrant before they could even do or conduct a raid like this.
Oh, you definitely, Sandra, and what you're talking about really kind of shows exactly what you're trying to point out, that this didn't just happen overnight. This wasn't just an accusation and they came and, knocked down the doors and started tearing up the house. This was something that's an ongoing investigation. Lawyers, attorneys, and district attorneys, they all have to sign off on this. They have to look this over. Judges have to make that decision as well, and nobody wants to be on the end of a wrongful seizure. So, of course, they needed to show evidence that there is a reason for this type of force and for these officers to make their way into this home. And then again, of course, the world we live in today, all of these officers that are showing up, they all know that, we are everybody's under a watchful eye nowadays. So they made every effort to do this as quickly and as less destructive as possible. We watched them trying to get through one of those side gates tailgates, that pedestrian gate was giving them a little bit of an issue, but in the end, they got in there, and after that, they made their way in very quickly. We didn't see any doors being smashed or things getting kicked in. It was basically a lot of opening up and just letting that garage door, somebody got in there and they opened up that garage door, and or possibly the people inside were curious what was going on and they opened up that garage door. But again, the forceful entry part of it, it really truly was just in a little bit here in that side gate. Everything else was very quick and with etiquette would be the best way to say it, actually. Yeah. They went in and they just did what they needed to do. And again, the reason why they're still there, I can tell you, it's not like a television show where they're pulling out drawers and dumping out clothes and just trashing the place. They just want to make sure that there are no other people inside that building that may still be scared, hiding, or having a problem. And that as soon as that word is given, which I'm sure is going to come shortly, because we already saw a couple of the groups making their way in, less armed, so they're making their way in. They're going to start looking for, and of course, even in that warrant, they're going to have a list of things that they are able to look at, able to take. It isn't just a random search. They actually have to go in and actually find things that they believe have information or evidence that could create a guilty or innocent situation for Sean Combs. So
Marshall said, stop talking and play the news. That's not how YouTube work, Marshall. If you don't want me to speak throughout the video, you need to go watch the whole broadcast alone. YouTube required for us to stop and talk about what's going on. That's the requirements. So I'm sorry you feel that way. If you don't want me to speak on the video, I advise you to go watch it on your own. But I have to follow the rules. I'm not Diddy. I follow rules, okay?
At any rate, it's still very ongoing, very preliminary. But again, we do see a large force out there, which, like you're trying to say, or what I believe you did say, is that this is a warranted search. And of course, they are here, and they are definitely looking for specific pieces of information. What they are, we don't know. We may never know. But right now, that search is definitely ongoing.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, we've covered so many of these different types of raids. Obviously, not always at a celebrity mansion like this in Homeland Hills, but clearly sometimes you see them having to forcefully enter a property and seize evidence, and it doesn't always go so smoothly. And it was, in fact, very smooth the way they gained entry into this property. And after they figured out that side entrance, they were able to make entry. But it's not like they show in the movies, as you mentioned, Stu, right? They weren't battering down doors and destroying property. This is very methodical, and in terms of many stories we've covered like this, it was a very easy entry, and they were able to access the property and get on site. So clearly, they're ready for anything. Whatever they're going to be met with, you don't know, and that is why they make sure that they are safe in numbers, that they're armored, and that is why you see such a big force out there, because you never know what kind of emotion you're going to be met with.
Definitely, and emotion is really what plays a lot of it, and that's one of the things that we were talking about is, you know, right now, that was the gate where they were having all that trouble. They're actually looking at that actual door and propping it open, but that was the door that was giving them trouble. And we were I was trying to figure out if that is actually maybe like a private entrance for that back house. It does actually look like it. It seems like, you know, if you're staying there, that's how you get in and out without going through the actual house itself. But you can see they still have personnel there on scene. Every house, there's 3 properties that I would say on this big piece of property. They all have some sort of somebody there, just making sure that there isn't anything being taken or anything moving in and out, and or another person in that area. But that main house, there's still a number of folks that like armored personnel that we've seen go in and have not seen come out. But there's some of those ones that are not wearing the gear, and those are that first group that made their way in. They were here originally. They came with the armored trucks. They did not make their way into the property. They waited outside, and now they are actually making their way to that front door, which shows you that they're.
Once again, I have to speak on, I got to stop it every so often due to YouTube rules, Marshall. I guess people, what cracks me up about a lot of people, they come to someone's job, try to tell them how to do it. I know the rules and I got to follow them. And not only that, I like talking to my people. I don't want to ignore you guys, so I stop and read your comments and I speak with you. Someone said that the psychic lady said this will happen before Easter. Wow, she's on point. She is on point. What is somebody else? Diddy's planning his freak off party. We're at the jail. Who I think Diddy gonna get arrested and who don't? I want to know. What y'all think?
Their progress is being made, and of course we will keep keeping an eye on the, as we call them, and it is what they are, the suits down there. I'm sure those are the ones that are pretty much running the show, or where all the evidence is going to go to in the end. They're still outside, so that shows you that they're going to be waiting. I would venture to say when they find something, those are the guys that are going to make their way in and actually looking at and taking things from this home. But right now, that's still, that process, I wouldn't even think has actually even started.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's going to take a lot of time. That is a huge mansion to begin with. And then it depends on what they're looking for. It could be as small as a hard drive or as big as boxes and boxes full of evidence or information they're trying to collect and gather. And where all of that information is also the tricky part. I mean, think about going into a stranger's home. You don't know where they put things. And so it could be very hidden. So this whole process, it could take a lot of time in terms of them finding what they made entry for. So this is a methodical.
Tony said he believed that Diddy's going to take a whole lot of people down. Who believed that? Who believed Diddy gonna talk? Who believed Diddy gonna take the fall by himself? If you believe Diddy gonna talk, push yes. If you think he gonna just take it by himself and eat it, push no. I just want to know how y'all feel about this Diddy thing. I think Diddy's going to talk. And then someone else had said that they believe they're going to say Diddy committed suicide. I've been saying that. I think they're going to say he did something to himself.
Lengthy process, and again, this is taking place right here in Homeland Hills, as well as his Miami home. And I'm sure law enforcement officials from both sides in Miami and LA are certainly talking to each other as they go through this as well. But still, no sign of Sean Combs himself. We don't know where he is. It's not clear if they're looking for him. He may be in New York, as Haley was mentioning on the ground there. But clearly, this was in all a very peaceful raid as they made entry, and right now as they are making their way in and out of the property as they conduct their search. But a search that is just beginning, as you see those suits, the investigators taking their time, making sure everything is done properly and methodically in terms of what they're looking for at this point. Again, we have a lot of questions that we just don't know the answers to at this point. We do have someone on the line right now, Hal Kemper. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you can make light of what we're looking at in terms of Homeland Security making entry into the Homeland Hills mansion of Sean Combs.
Sandra, this is a Homeland Security investigations that appears to be on site. What they're probably looking for is, well, I should say in general, they look at human trafficking and sex trafficking being a component of that. And of course, there's been some rather big civil suit stuff that's taken place, but also the New York case where the statute of limitations basically had been rescinded, allowing them to look back many years in this case. Part of it was there have been allegations that he was drugging young women, so that there was which certainly implies that it was rape that had taken place at some point. But I think what HSI is probably looking at is the interstate aspects of it, if there was any online activity that could have taken place. And that's usually where HSI would have a jurisdictional interest. Homeland Security investigations being part of the Department of Homeland Security, looking at the interstate side, mostly online, and whatever took place across state lines. And of course, he travels all over the place. So I'm sure they're looking at him potentially transporting women around the country, and whether that was tied to a larger criminal activity.
Yeah, definitely Homeland Security involved in any interstate, as you mentioned, and international criminal activity here. So what exactly do you...
Just think about it, y'all. R. Kelly is in prison right now for 30 years for the same thing. They saying he was transporting women across state lines. They saying Diddy did it internationally. That means he was taking women out the country. And I got a feeling those women were on that island. So who was that asking me, what is he charged with? He's charged with trafficking. And someone else asked me, who would he have to tell on? The whole industry? You don't think all them big wigs had something to do with that? Jay-Z, Oprah, all of them. Tyler Perry, they all know.
You think everyone is looking for at this point? We saw such a large number of law enforcement make entry.
Well, it's a combination of both local and federal.
Thank you, Kurt.
And from what I understand, the local law enforcement has the specific lead at each one of these locations, with the federal federal investigators coming in with them in concert. And what they're probably looking for is any evidence that they can gather. Certainly any images, pictures, video, anything online. I've no doubt that they're going in and gathering up any electronic media, to include any laptops, any flash drives, anything that he might have that might support whatever allegations, whatever reasonable suspicion that they have that led to these search warrants. You know, just to get a search warrant like this requires a certain substantial legal barrier has to be, or legal argument or legal litmus test has to be met just to get them to sign off. Particularly knowing with somebody with means like this, that if they go into their home, they're going to be met with some very capable lawyers on the defendant's part to challenge what was ever done. And everything they do there is going to be challenged. So you can imagine, not only did they have to work with the district attorney and potentially assistant U.S. attorneys in arranging this, but they also are being very careful on how they're gathering any evidence, realizing that just about everything they do on site will potentially be challenged in court by his attorneys.
Absolutely. And speaking of his attorneys, we did reach out for comment. We have not yet heard back. Obviously, we want to hear his side. For Sean Combs's part, he has denied any allegations regarding sex trafficking and any investigation into that. But yeah, this could take a lot of time in terms of collecting that hard drive and flash drives and any computers they may find. Like I was mentioning before, Hal, it's very difficult to know where someone would have that or would hide that if they were trying to hide evidence.
Y'all take a moment and make sure you push that like button. I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't pushed the like button by now, I don't know what you're waiting on, because I'm giving you the news right off the press. Y'all see it said TMZ. Feds also raiding a Miami home connected to Diddy. TMZ is there. They own it. I think he have a house in New York. That's where they made him land the plane. But someone just asked me if Jay-Z has something to do with it. Do I think Beyonce going down? Yeah, that's right. Beyonce just bleached her skin, thinking she a country girl. You can't hide behind that country hat, that cowboy hat and them boots. They know who you are, Beyonce. Don't try to get a divorce now, because allegedly they fighting a divorce. They fighting for a divorce. But you ain't going nowhere. You going down too.
And we're looking at a big mansion here. Before we get back to you, Hal, let's go to Haley on the ground there.
Hey, Sandra, yes, we just got that statement from the Department of Homeland Security that I was trying to get for you guys about 10 minutes ago. It doesn't say a whole lot, but it says this is attributed to Homeland Security investigations. Earlier today, Homeland Security Investigations New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners. We will provide further information as it becomes available, so nothing really Beverly that we haven't already told you. Here on the scene, on the ground, a lot of the law enforcement officers with Homeland Security have gone up the hill. You can see one of those big command vehicles coming out, one of those police vehicles. In the meantime, behind us, several of his friends, they've identified themselves as, have been trying to get through the crime scene to get to the house. But of course, LAPD not letting them through. We've tried to get comment from them on camera to find out if they have any more information about what's going on, but they haven't been able to they don't want to provide us any information, I should say. And just in case you're just joining us, we have homes of P. Diddy being raided on both coasts, Miami and his home here in Homeland Hills.
So, Haley, just to clarify, in that statement, it didn't mention Sean Combs, correct? Or anything?
It doesn't, but we have confirmation from multiple law enforcement sources that this does involve Sean Combs or P. Diddy. But no, this statement, I'll read it one more time, says earlier today, Homeland Security Investigations New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from both HSI Los Angeles, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners.
All right.
We'll provide further information as it becomes available. And of course, we're trying to get them to talk to us on camera, but they said the lady in particular who sent me the statement says she's not allowed to.
Thank you so much. Yeah, not really clarifying a whole lot, though, but clearly understandable because right now, maybe they're not in position to divulge any more information. So let's bring in Hal Kempfer here again from Homeland Security. Thank you so much for your expertise in all this. I don't know if you heard that statement, but didn't really say anything except that an investigation is underway in Miami and here. So clearly not stating who it involves or what the charges are.
Somebody said they need to get Robert De Niro. What did he do? He did something too? This is nuts, man. Everybody involved with this F off and this S trafficking. Y'all go tell me TD Jakes didn't know what was going on when he was at them parties. Come on, man.
It doesn't, and they might be crime scenes. I should clarify, I'm not from Homeland Security, but I work in Homeland Security, and I've worked with Homeland Security investigations over many years. Very familiar with not only the agency, but also a lot of the individuals, a lot of the people who work there, to include here in Los Angeles, especially. What they're probably looking at are the two residences, one in New York, one in Los Angeles. And I haven't seen the documentation, but if it doesn't name Sean Combs by name, it's probably because there's been allegations that criminal activity had taken place tied to sex trafficking at these locations. So what they're doing is they're looking at the locations themselves and investigating them as potential crime scenes. And of course, with that, I'm sure the scope is such that they can look just about anywhere, gather up any materials. They're probably gathering up any electronic materials. They're probably doing things like imaging the place, taking a lot of pictures and stuff that may be used later. Could be in reference to what witnesses say on the stand, that they may look at various pictures of the locations themselves to help refresh their memory while they're talking about various activities that may have taken place or alleged to have taken place. So there's a lot of reasons why they might not focus on him per se. Also, there's another thing too, is he runs a fairly large organization. The fact that they don't name him might mean that they're looking at other activities that could have taken place within his immediate, entourage or his organization.
Didn't I tell y'all? I know I'll be talking about. Didn't I just tell y'all? Did y'all hear what he just said? They didn't name Diddy in just the search warrant. They had Diddy House, though. So they pretty much saying it's something bigger than Diddy, his entourage that they looking for. I know the police. Diddy, y'all think Diddy big. If Diddy got $1 billion and he a black man, what you think the people above him got? His trillionaire friend is his kid's godfather. He a trillionaire white guy, and he godfather to these little black kids. I told y'all they don't want Diddy. He gonna go down, true enough, but they rather for Diddy to tell on the big folks. I know what I be talking about, y'all. That's why Diddy name ain't on the search warrant, but they at Diddy's house. Make that make sense? They at his house, but his name ain't on the search warrant.
that involve these properties. So one can't rule out anything at this point because we don't know a lot.
Sure, and obviously this is just their statement to the press at this point. So what the actual legal documents say and what the statement they gave us is very, very different, let's be clear. So we're sometimes, not privy to all of those details and information until it becomes available at a later date. But you were mentioning the whole search process. We are seeing so many law enforcement officials, investigators, and this is basically 3 properties on this entire, or 3 homes, I should say, buildings on this entire property in Homeland Hills we're talking about. How long is it going to take for them to go through it? Do they have a time limit? I mean, essentially, some people are going to come back into the home, right, at some point. So how does that all play out?
I'm sure if you were to ask them, they'd say it's going to take as long as it takes. These are huge properties. You can imagine looking through one home takes a lot of time, but when you have 3 very large buildings, large buildings with a lot of different rooms, various different levels on those homes. Also, they're going to be looking at every nook and cranny. They'll be looking anything that's subsurface in the home. They'll be looking in basically everywhere they can. They could be using a variety of sensor systems to find out if there's any hidden compartments, safes, things like that, and walls that aren't readily apparent. There could be a lot of different things they're looking for, and they may have dogs there too, looking for various different things as well. But they're probably looking for more where stuff may be held. I would imagine with that, and of course anything tied to any of the allegations. We don't know. But certainly the fact that they're there indicates that they probably had, some witnesses say that certain things happened or certain things were there when they were there. And they're probably trying to verify if those things are in fact there, if that what they were told is correct. So there's probably just a lot of things that they're working through, checking off a list of stuff. And by the way, they may be looking on the grounds themselves. There could be stuff that's not necessarily in the buildings that are on the grounds. And of course, they'd be looking at that as well. I imagine it's going to take quite some time with a property this big for them to work through all of the potential spaces and places where various materials could be held.
Hal, thank you so much. We will have much more on Fox 11 at 5. And of course, if we get more information, we'll break in once again. And now we resume to our original program.
This is our family.
All right, so Andrew Kraft here now in the anchor chair on Live Now from Fox. You have been watching, and we're going to stay with this story. I know Fox 11 in Los Angeles is going to other programming, but we know there's a lot of interest in this story. Yet again, we have been on this now for about 45 minutes. We want to put the pictures up so you can see what is going on there overhead in the Homeland Hills section of Los Angeles. And this, from what we understand, is a multi-million-dollar mansion connected to Diddy, the music mogul, the famous rapper. And so it's not only there in Los Angeles that one of his homes that he is connected to is being raided by law enforcement, by Homeland Security investigators there, but also his home in Miami, a home that is affiliated with him as well. So if you're just joining us here, this is the top of a new hour. It's 2 o'clock here on the West Coast, 5 o'clock there on the East Coast as well. And so you can see this gorgeous multi-million-dollar mansion that has now been raided by the feds in connection with what we are told is a federal sex trafficking investigation. And you've been seeing there on the ground the numerous investigative agencies and law enforcement officials conduct this raid, conduct this search as well. We're going to be bringing in experts throughout this hour to kind of dive into the particularities of what an investigation like this entails here.
Damn, Diddy, it's a wrap, bro. Okay, y'all. If I get more news, I'll come back live and share it with you because I know they're going to have the Miami raid They go talk about Diddy being arrested. They go talk about his sons. There's so much more to come, and I'm going to bring it. Because I'm about to find out where Diddy at. Where them girls at? Where the boys at? I mean, it's going down, y'all. But this your girl, Nina, from Breakable Strong Woman. Stay tuned for some more. Let's see what happens to Diddy. Yeah, it's a beautiful home. He just deleted himself. He just stupid, man. I don't know what to say about Diddy. Y'all have a good evening, and I'll be back later in a few hours. I'm about to find out some more news. Talk to y'all later. Be good. Bye. Peace.